Good morning. My name is Susan. I've just finished doing a fire ceremony to Babaji and to the Divine Mother. So you can still see the incense going and the fire smoking a little bit. So the purpose of this video is because I work with a lot of people who are not familiar with fire ceremonies in general or this particular fire ceremony specifically. And the purpose of me doing this video now is to help you explore your journey with fire. I've had a long journey with fire. It's lasted over 25 years, and this is kind of the culmination of everything that I've done over the past 25 years. But fire ceremonies and having a relationship with fire begins with very simple steps. And so every day for Navratri, every day, almost every day anyway, I do a fire ceremony, but I'm recording them for Navratri, and I'd like you to feel comfortable participating with me through the video and then be able to do your own little fire ceremonies on your own after the fact. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an introduction about fire ceremonies and about what you can do as I'm doing the fire ceremony. So we begin, I'm not going to do this obviously now, but I'm building a fire in the fire pit. And the first thing I do, you'll see, is I do a little say Bole Baba Ki Jai, Jai Mahamaya Ki Jai, Jai Mahashakti Ki Jai, and then I ring the bell. And that we now begin the fire ceremony to Babaji and to the Divine Mother. So this particular fire ceremony is geared towards Babaji, who is the Divine Father of Hedakan, and Sri Hedakandeshwari, who is the Divine Mother of Hedakan. These are representations and energies of the divine. However, these are the divine at Mount Kailash in Hedakan. The divine, however, is everywhere. And the divine is, there's one line in one of the prayers that I do that says, Mother, you are all these names and forms. And so the divine is with you always. The divine resides in your heart. The divine is wherever you are. The divine is however you see the divine. So for these ceremonies and for your own fire ceremony, connect with the divine in your heart. And as I say words, mostly in Sanskrit, about mother or father or Sri Hedakandeshwari or Babaji, bring to your own mind and heart how you feel about the divine and in your own relationship with the divine. So after I ring the bell and we begin the fire ceremony, I take my little cup of water and pour some in my hand and sprinkle it around the fire pit. And I do a little invocation that invites the divine into the fire and onto the fire altar. Then I invite Ganesh, who is the Hindu god that helps us remove obstacles. So in this particular setting, we're asking Ganesh to open our hearts and minds to the divine and remove obstacles that we may have to connecting with the divine during this time. Then the third thing I do with the water is I take it and I sprinkle some over my head, and then I have representations of people who are here with me. So I have all of these little pictures, and this shell I use in one of the prayers. There's a line that says, "Mother, this is my only prayer. May no one in all the worlds experience pain and suffering. Save us from our inner enemies. Om Tat Sat." And so this shell, to me, represents asking the Divine Mother to remove the pain and suffering from all beings everywhere. So sprinkling the water on my head and on these representations of people who we are particularly blessing, that's the way of bringing their energy into the fire and asking, laying them at the altar and asking the divine to bless them specifically. So then I begin with I start making offerings to the fire, and this is where, so if you want to join this ceremony in your own way, all you need is a little candle. So light a little candle and sit in front of it. Sprinkle some water around the candle as I'm doing the invocation. Sprinkle water in the space. That's what we're doing with sprinkling Om Gam Ganapate Namha, sprinkling water in the space, inviting Ganesh, and then sprinkling water over your head, and then anyone else who's there, any representations of people. So sitting in front of your candle, you can do the same things with your own water around the candle and around your space and around the people who are important to you to invite into this blessing. So at that point, I begin making offerings directly to the fire. I use ghee, which is clarified butter. If you're just using a candle, use your imagination. The word that we use to offer to the fire is swaha, which means different things, but in this particular case, as you're offering swaha to the fire, you can think, not mine, yours. Take this. I offer this to you. You're making an offering to the fire, and as you're making an offering to the fire, bring that offering into your heart and picture a release. So if you're sitting in front of the candle, all you need to do is, as I'm saying a mantra, every mantra that I say ends with the word swaha, or every prayer that I say ends with the word swaha. So you don't need to understand what it is that I'm saying, but at the end of each phrasing, there will be swaha. So when I say swaha, bring to your mind and heart the energy and thought of, I offer this to you, I bring this to you, I release this to you. And the you in this is God, the divine, however you imagine the divine. So you are offering and releasing to the divine with the word swaha after every phrasing. There comes a point, and so I go through several different mantras, and there comes a point where I say the same mantra 8 times. That mantra is Om Bam Batukaya Apadu Dharanaya Kuru Batukaya Bam Om Namah Shivaya. And I'd use a clove and incense to offer that to the fire because, so with that mantra, we're asking Batuk, who his full name is Batuk Beirav, and Batuk's role here is to protect the fire, to protect the energy of the fire, and particularly to protect the energy of the Divine Mother. He's there as a guardian, as a, making sure that the energy that comes in and goes out is pure and of the Divine Mother, and he strengthens and protects the Divine Mother. So we bring Batuk into the fire with those mantras, those 8 times. Bam Batukaya, Apadu Dharanaya, Kuru Batukaya, Bam Om Namah Shivaya. And after that particular 8-time mantra, that's when there's a time in the ceremony for, it's kind of free form. It's whatever you're feeling, whatever the asking is for that day. Right now we're in Navratri, and so this is the time to offer to the Divine Mother. And so in this particular time, I'm using mantras to the Divine Mother, mantras for the particular representation of the Divine Mother for that day. And then there are 2 prayers that are both in English that I say for the Divine Mother, to the Divine Mother. But during this time, after the Batukai, during this time, there's an opportunity to, if you're having financial problems, to bring in energy to help you through financial problems. If you're having a birth in the family, to bring in good energy for the pregnancy and for the birth. This is the time to do home blessings or to do asking for healing and things like that. So at this particular time, many things can be asked for through the mantras and through the intention of saying the mantras and into the fire. So once that is done, we go into kind of the final mantras of this. And these final mantras are bringing different energies and asking different energies to be brought into the fire and released and brought into our bodies and solidified within us and to help us and to guide us. So some of those energies are, for example, Rama. Rama was a great king and known as an incarnation of Vishnu. and he is known as the friend to all. And he, so bringing Rama in brings Rama's energy of enlightenment and friendship and goodwill towards all people. Hanuman is the god who helped Rama. Hanuman is the monkey god, and he is known for loyalty and service and devotion because he was so devoted to Rama during his time in Rama's trials and tribulations. And Hanuman did everything and had great exploits to accomplish what Rama needed him to accomplish. We honor Brahman, and Vishnu, and Sri Hedakandashvari, and Durga, and we also honor Jesus the Christ at the end of these mantras. After that series of mantras, we go into the mantra that is known as the Gayatri mantra, and it goes like this. Om Bhurбhuvah Svaha Dat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. That mantra is the original Divine Mother mantra. So we say that mantra 3 times, again honoring the Divine Mother. And then there's the conclusion. So again, during all of these times and all of these mantras, after every phrasing of the mantra, the word swaha is said. And so with each mantra, with each phrasing, I am offering ghee to the fire as I say swaha. And you can say, bring to your mind and your heart the thoughts and energies of releasing and offering to as we go through. So the final mantras are conclusion mantras. They wrap things up, make sure that everything is in its place in divine order and divine sequence, and everything is divinely correct. The second to last mantra goes like this. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudahashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. And that mantra is a beautiful mantra just in how it's what it means. What it means is that everything is full. This is full, that is full. Give to fullness, there's fullness. Take away from fullness, fullness remains. And so to me, what that mantra does at the end of this fire ceremony is it says, you know what? If you feel like you've screwed up, if you've done something wrong, if you've missed something, fullness remains. And I always take refuge in that because I make so many mistakes. Not as much now, but I used to make a whole lot more mistakes. And so concluding the fire ceremony with the assurance that there is only fullness has always been just very assuring to me. And then the final mantra is a little bit longer, but you'll see me holding the supari nut. So a supari nut represents the ego. If you're doing a big fire ceremony like they do in India, they'll use coconuts, but since I'm just doing a little one, we use a supari nut for the small fire ceremonies, but the coconut or the supari nut represents the ego. And so the final mantra is the final release of the ego. Take my ego, give it to God, let me be in service to God, and let everything transform within me so that my ego even is released and transformed into service to God. And that's the final mantra of the fire ceremony. Then we move into the puja and the arti. So the puja and the arti, the puja is offering of the earth, the air, the water, and the fire. So before you begin your fire ceremony, I have a little cup of rice here. You can also, and I give my rice to the birds currently. I feel like the earth and the birds right now need my help and divine blessing more than I do. But you can take fruit and then eat the fruit afterwards. After we do the puja, this tray of things is blessed. And so if you take fruit and put it in there, eat the fruit and you're eating blessed food. Then take a little cup of water and you'll be blessing the water. So the fruit or the rice represents earth. The water obviously is water. Waving a red cloth represents air. Um, the incense represents ether or the astral plane. And then I had a little lamp that I light, and that represents fire. So we're representing earth, air, water, fire, and ether. And the blessing is Om Apaniye Svaha as you're waving the red flag, red cloth. Om Apaniye Svaha, Om Vyaniye Svaha, Om Apaniye Svaha, Om Udaniye Svaha, Om Samaniye Svaha. And it's that simple, and your things are blessed. And as I do them, if you are going along with me, your tray of things will also be blessed. So then is the arti. After we've done that. So I have the oil, the lamp with ghee, but I would expect if you're following along and you have your candle, you just take your candle, and you can use your candle as part of the puja blessing, as the fire on the puja blessing. And then I sing more mantras, and you'll see me do this, right? And what this is offering light. So you see some people kind of moving the light around if you watch videos on this, or moving, right? But I just kind of offer light and think about spreading the light with my hand. And so the first verse, we offer light to the altar, to the Divine Mother, because this particular arti is for the Divine Mother. So we offer light to the Divine Mother. Then on the second verse, we offer light to ourselves because we deserve this light too. So offer light to yourself. Then the third verse, I bring it over here, and again, I have my little representations of these people who are with me, and I offer light to them. And again, I offer light and ask the Divine Mother to remove the pain and suffering in the world. And that's the third verse. Then on the fourth verse, we're going to do the directions now. So we go north, and all you need to do at this point, if you're listening to me singing it, all you need to be thinking is, I offer light, I offer light. May all beings receive light. May all beings be blessed with light. And so then we offer this light to all beings in the north, and we turn and offer light to all beings in the east. And then we turn and offer light to all beings in the south. And then we turn and offer light to all beings in the west. And then we turn and offer light to all beings above us. And we turn and offer light to all beings below us. You'll notice as I'm singing, if you enjoy doing this as much as I do, you'll notice that this particular song, the last two lines are repeated with every verse. So the last two lines go like this. Jaya Jagadamba Shive, Om Jaya Jagadamba Shive. And what those lines mean is praise to the Mother of the Universe. Om, praise to the Mother of the Universe. And so if there's any part of this song, because it's probably unfamiliar to you, if there's any part of this song that you can grasp and begin to repeat to yourself, it's that. Jaya Jagadamba Shive, Om Jaya Jagadamba Shive. So this last part of this ceremony, the two things to remember are, I offer light and praise to the Mother of the Universe. If you remember those two things and follow along in your mind and heart with those thoughts and feelings, you will have blessed the world and yourself and all your friends. It's a beautiful thing. So there's a booklet that I have that has the prayers for Navratri, and I will be making a booklet for the Arti song. But the booklet for this ceremony and some of the names of the Divine Mother is available, and I'll put a link below. So enjoy. I hope you enjoy the fire ceremonies, and I hope you get something out of it. And I bless you, and thank you for being here. I honor you, and I honor the divine within you, and thank you for being here. See you next time.